this was when I was 8 or 9, maybe 10. My family, specifically my mother, made me go to church a lot, and I didn't understand church. I tried to because I love my mom and I wanted to make her proud of me, but I just didn't really understand it. And I remember one day at church, do you guys have this too? Do you guys have like a Sunday school teacher? Not like the head honcho, the big honker that's like up there that yells at you and tells you that you're going to hell. Is usually like I don't know, like a young mother or something, like a Sunday school teacher when you're like a little kid, and they teach you, and they don't tell you that you're going to hell. They tell you the good stuff, like the nice stuff. Not like a youth pastor, Gerald Murray. It's hard to describe. I went to like a old school church where it's like, you're going to hell. Anyways, I had a Sunday school teacher, and one day, and we was small, so my brother was in there too. My brother Jimmy's not in this story, but I asked the Sunday school teacher, like, usually there's like a area where you could ask questions, and the question that I asked my Sunday school teacher, she was talking about like heaven and how incredible heaven was. It's like the best place in the world. You're just happy all day long. You want for nothing, right? My memory might be fuzzy, but I remember specifically she was talking about like all the good food. Like you eat all of your favorite foods when you're in heaven. Exactly, Sushi. She was talking about like, what's your favorite food? And then all the kids were like, oh, pizza. Oh, I like ravioli. And then she like, you get your favorite food in heaven all day, every day. And we're like, wow. And I was like, Mr. Williger, do they have video games in heaven? And she was like, Brandon, I don't think they have video games in heaven, because video games are not, you know, they're not. I wasn't being a snot-nosed brat. I wasn't, you know, I didn't say it with like like anger. I was just like, I don't know if I want to go to heaven then. And she was like, oh, how could you? How could you? I got in trouble. And then they got my mom, they got the pastor, they got like everybody in on it. They were like dogpiling me. And they were like, Brandon, you can't say that. God's listening. You're gonna go to hell if you say that you don't want to go to, you know. And they were like, and I was like a kid. I was like, oh shit. They're all fucking angry at me. And then they were like drilling it into me that like, you're not gonna need video games in heaven. Heaven is gonna have, you know, blah 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 blah, this and that, and you're not gonna need video games. Video games are a distraction, blah blah blah. And then they were like, now Randon, do you have any questions now that you know how it works? And they drilled it into me that like the opposite, like the only other option other than heaven is hell, and you don't want to go to hell. That place sucks. Satan is gonna stick a pineapple up your ass. They didn't say that, but they were like, hell is terrible. You don't want to go there. And they were like, just indoctrinating me. They were like, do you have any questions after they were done? This is like an unbelievable thing for a 9-year-old. I shit you not. I asked them, my only question was like, are there video games in hell? And my mom took me by the hand. She just dragged me out of church, and she's like, you have embarrassed me. I'm never gonna be able to go back. You can never say that. You're random. I'm taking your video games away. You're addicted. Little bro is determined. I was a kid and I was obsessed with video games. It's just the only thing that I cared about when I was a kid. This is crazy. If they have pizza in heaven, just put in the PlayStation 5, man.